My name is Manuel Frimpong, and I'm going to choose another question so we can talk about using the C++ program, how to write the program. I'm going to do with I've done the number one, so we are going to do with the number three. That's a scholarship eligibility for engineering students. The topic is if and else. They are asking of us to write a C++ program that accepts students' GPA and determine their scholarship eligibility. Additional instruction is that if the GPA is 3.5 or above, display eligible for engineering scholarship. Otherwise, display not eligible for engineering scholarship. The required task is declare a suitable variable for GPA. We accept GPA input from the user. Use an if else statement to determine eligibility. Display the correct scholarship message. So we are going to write a C++ program of this. So with this, I open my question 3. This is the programming for what the question is required of us to do. But first, as I stated earlier, you come to file for new projects, you come to projects, you choose console application, you press OK, you choose where your work should be saved. I'll save it on my desktop. Let's do this, maybe project 2. Then let me save this one. So this will be what will appear when you open the program at first. We have the hash include IOStream, that is the preprocessor directive. We have the integer main, which is our function, then return 0. So we come to our question. The question is saying it's about a student GPA. So with this, we will again introduce our using namespace std and then it with a semicolon, which will prevent us to be using the std then 2 colons before we input maybe our display output and then enter this. So with this, it makes everything shorter. And the question said we should declare a suitable variable for GPA. So we all know that GPA deals with decimals. So what we'll do is we'll bring double GPA. For the double here is to help you read the decimals. To help the system read the decimals. So our display output, what we are expecting for after the programming is we are expecting that the menu that pops up, you'll be able to enter the student GPA and the input is the GPA that we want to enter. So the question says if the GPA is greater than or equal to 3.5, our output display should be eligible for engineering scholarship. Else, our output display should be not eligible for engineering scholarship. This means when the GPA is greater than or equal to 3.5, that means the student can get the engineering scholarship. But anything less than this, it's not apart from anything less than this, it means our output should be that the student isn't qualified for that scholarship. So after this, we save our program Control plus S. I've saved this one already. So we save our program Control plus S. We choose the location. The location is the desktop, and we choose the file name, or maybe this is question 3. We save it question 3. Then we save it. Then we come to execute here. We compile and run our program. So after compiling and running the program, this is what shows. Let's test if what the question is asking of us, if we input it here, it gives the same thing. The question says let's come to this. The question says when the GPA is greater than or equal to 3.5, it will display eligible for engineering scholarship. So let's say the GPA is 3.8. 3.8. So what we are expecting as our output display is that it displays eligible for engineering scholarship. Yeah. So with this, our GPA is 3.8. So what we are expecting is that the when you press enter here, the display output that comes out should be eligible for engineering scholarship. So let's press enter here. See, yeah, that means the GPA is greater than or equal to 3.5. 3.8 is greater than or equal to 3.5. So the display here is eligible for engineering scholarship. But let's check. If we get something, the question is saying else anything less than this should display not eligible for engineering scholarship. So we compile, we save again, we come to execute, we compile and run our program. And then let's take a value which is less than 3.5, less 3.4. 3.4 is less than 3.5. So our output, the output we're expecting here is that it displays not eligible for engineering scholarship. So let's press enter. See that we get not eligible for engineering scholarship. Yeah. So that means what the question is asking of us, we've been able to attend to it. You come your first thing you input here is the preprocessor directive. That's the hash include IO stream, sorry. Then we input our name using namespace std. We come to our integer main. We bring double GPA so that it can read decimal. Our output here, we should be able to input the GPA we want to test. Then the input should be the GPA. Then if anything which is any figure which is greater than or equal to 3.5, the output must be eligible for engineering scholarship. That means the student is qualified for the scholarship. Else, if it is low, it should display not eligible, which means the student can't get that scholarship. And our return zero is we are bringing the whole thing to an end. So this is how we go about our question 3. Thank you.